Hey guys, ILene Vick here for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. It is Thursday, June 3rd at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I am live. Excuse me. Come on in, glad to see everybody. Welcome to all my people who are watching this live on Facebook. Hi Julie. And welcome to all the people that are then watching this on YouTube, where I upload this after the session ends. I am live every day from 7 p.m. Central Standard Time to 10 p.m. Good to see everybody. Julie, how are you doing? Good to see you, sweet. Okie dokie smoky. So welcome to everybody that ends up dropping in the room. And welcome to my lurkers who watch. Good to have everybody here. Okay. No complaints, Julie. So the answer is not too shabby. Oh my. So Julie, is Jeff back? Hello, Jean. Oh, Jean, wonderful to see you. Okie dokie hokey, says Julie. He hasn't gone? I thought he disappeared for about a month. Hello, Mary. Mary Blankenship is in the room. All right, let's look at our calendar real quick. This Sunday, the fairy contest ends. Oh, he's been working around his house, Jeff Haney, and other work-related projects. Okay. Oh, he's going at the end of this month. Okay. I was under the impression that he had already gone. And I know he's working on a new coloring book. You better believe it. Okay, and our fairy contest ends Sunday. And Dawn's contest with the Kachina is ending Sunday, June 13th, both at 12 midnight Central. And Rita either flew, well, yeah, she left early this morning, so she's probably in the U.S. now. Rita is in the United States now. All righty. All right, guys. Rhonda, hello, hello, hello. Christy Benzine, hello. Okay. So I went over the calendar real quick, and I am going to continue on Enchanted. Selina Fenech. Beautiful book. I'm on a really nifty page. And I've been able to show you guys a bunch of things. Okay. So let me get situated. I love how that red dress is turning out and turned out, actually. And I was looking at this last night, and I forgot to do her other footy, so I did it real quick. Zoom in. Zoom in. All right, let me double check my zoom controls, and then we're good to go. Zoom in. All righty. So somebody tell me something positive while I'm getting settled in. Okay. Now, I got my new gallery glass today, and this is supposed to be the clear stuff. So we'll see. It says don't shake or stir, make small hole and tip, clean up with soap and water while wet. So I still have my older bottle. And I'll be playing around with that tonight. Zoom out. La-da-dum. And I've really been enjoying doing this project. Julie says she gets off at 3 tomorrow, so I am positive I'm happy about that. I gotta tilt my hands. Woohoo! Good. Rhonda's getting Krylon, so that's positive too, right? Hey, we get our wins where we can. Okay, guys, so I'm going to use my oh-hoo-hoos because I'm going to play around with my tree. So I'm going to go ahead and start in with a base color. Zoom in. And welcome to everybody that's coming in. Rhonda's got her new pencil sharpener coming in tomorrow. Rhonda, you are going to love that sharpener. Now, what you need to do is tell everybody where you are that you want their sharpeners, excuse me, their pencils, because every once in a while you're supposed to sharpen graphite pencils in there to keep the blades clean. Mary says she got a garden companion book at a thrift store. It has great pictures of flowers, tools, pots, and seed packets for coloring inspiration. Oh, it's a 12-month journal. Cool. So you guys are going to post, Mary, you're going to post your pics, right, as you color them? Now, if you don't have markers, go ahead and use a light brown. Maybe, she says. Oh, Mary. But this is what we do in the group. Okay, now notice with this marker, remember I told you multiple swipes? And you can shade. Alrighty. Zoom out. Okay, so now you can see the overall lay of the land here. I am really happy with this piece because, like I said, I've been able to show you now some multiple coloring techniques. Okay, so let me go ahead now and get a medium brown. And I'm going to start playing with the outline of that tree. Oh, let's see where we've got. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start looking for areas that I can shade in my textures. So notice, I'm going to put a shadow underneath here. So wherever I think that a neat shadow is going to appear with this tree, I'm going to, the bark, I'm going to go ahead and darken that just a little bit. And on Friday, Rhonda's going to get her setup change with her granddaughter. To change her viewing of my broadcast. And that'll be pretty cool. Anybody else have something a little bit Hi, Sarah. Positive to tell me? Zoom in. Okie dokie. So now I'm going to shade in my different sections of my tree. And of course this knot, we'll go ahead and make that a divot and a hole. You won't be having to nag me to zoom in. Zoom in. Oh, Rhonda, you nag me all you want. Love you, sweetie. Okay, guys, I'm back. Got bumped. Thank you, Facebook. And I'm continuing with my tree. Okay. Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. Now, once again, I am shading in my areas on my tree. And we're going to smooth all that out. Zoom in. Well, I can see what kind of night this is going to be. Hopefully not. Zoom out. But we will make it work. Welcome back, Julie. And to whoever else gets back in here. And do me a favor, if somebody would just say hello or something, just so that I know that we're set up okay. Got the bugs done and over with right off the bat. Thank you, Julie. Julie, I hope so. I get so tired of this. I'm sure you guys do too. Jeez. All right, so I'm going to use some white here in my highlighted parts. Yeah, I could tell something was wrong because it dropped everybody out of the room. So come on back in. So we're all speaking to the fact that we will be okay for the rest of the night. Oh my. Now I'm taking a light brown and I'm using it to smooth out the little popcorn effect here that we've got on the tree. Don't forget that you can do that is you take a light color so instead of using a blender pencil, you can use that lighter color to smooth out what you're coloring. And we're getting ourselves a pretty nifty looking tree. Zoom in. There we go. Hi, Sherry. Glad to see you. Zoom out. Oh yeah, the red looks fantastic, doesn't it? I was debating between a very light color, like a fairyish color, and a bold red. And Dawn came in and said, make a red dress. I said, okay. So I did. I did. Zoom in. Oh, Sherry, you cracked some ribs packing, so you have to be back on pain meds? Oh man, Sherry. I am so sorry, Sherry, that that happened to you. Jeez. Okay, now I'm coming in with my darkest brown now. And now we're going to start shading in this tree. Well, Sherry, I'm glad you could make it tonight. I really am. We love having you in here. Shelley Weller. Hi, Shelley. Good to see ya. And for anybody that's new to the group, I'm working on Enchanted. Yeah, Rhonda, it booted. Shelley, good to have you here. And remember, if anybody has any questions, please ask. Zoom out. Okay, now does everybody see with this third brown that I'm using how this is gaining some really nice depth? And remember, your depth is gained by what? Making your outer edges darker and blending that color in towards the center. So I'm shading on two levels. I'm shading in between the layers here to make the bark show in different layers. And I'm shading from the outsides of the tree. Zoom in. So now I'm going to shade around that knot or kanat. Everybody see how I'm getting some really nice streams of brown on here? Don't be afraid of your colors, guys. You can go bold with the dress. I've noticed that some of you are a little bit shy about using the boldness of your colors. Please don't be. And again, as you're putting in your colors, it's going to start making sense to you what you want to do. Zoom out. Check that out. Look at that. And then you know that I have no problem with doing a little finger blending, right? It just smooths it out. Okay, now I'm going to use, you can use a dark gray, works well. I swear that's blue. Okay. Wow. Okay, just looking at one of my pencils here. Anybody have any questions or comments about how this tree is looking? Dum, da, dum, da, dum. Excuse my elbow as I stick it in your face. Hello, Sandra. Sandra from the UK. 2, 3 o'clock in the morning right now. What time is it in the UK?
In London, England, it's 1:45 a.m.
Okay, 2 a.m. Get your tea or coffee, Sandra, so you can for a while. Thank you, Sandra. But wait, there's more. Zoom in. Okay, now I'm going to take my dark gray, and this is where now I'm going to highlight with it. 2 a.m. and she's wide awake. Well, I'm delighted that you're spending your wide awake time with us. Now, what I want you to notice with you can either use dark gray or you can use black. And the reason we can get away with black is because we've got these dark browns. And what I want you to see here, towards the top of the tree here, I want you to see how edging this with black now is really going to give us some cool depth. And I'm going to work my way down this tree. So that you can see the gradual difference. Do, 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 do. And by the way, guys, I'm going to start doing quickie coloring tutorials. I told you this the other day. So for example, a tutorial would be on how to color a tree like this. Color it. Now the one thing that you need to be careful with when you do this with your darker colors is you don't want to make things look streaky. So see, I'm not really coming in to the tree with this in the middle of it. I'm working on my edging. And blending that in. So notice now how this knot is really starting to protrude because I'm running this black around the bottom of it. Questions, comments? Does everybody see this? And if you have a black streak in the middle of your tree, you want to work some black out towards the shading. So I'm not just going to leave that black streak hanging out there. And also notice now how I'm Oh, you're welcome, Shelley. Oh, and Shelley, I spell my name L-E-N-E. No biggie. And if you're chatting with me, please type my name in all caps, and that way my eye catches it and I can be personable and respond. That's how you guys get my attention. Anybody have any questions about how I'm doing this? It is not, truly, it is not hard. It really isn't. So we're going bold with this. Zoom out. All right. Now we have a couple of areas of the tree where we have like layers of the bark. So I'm going to come in with my black and I'm going to edge this just a little bit. And I'm going to put a little bit of shading underneath right here. Zoom in. put a little shading underneath here, which is going to pop this out. It pops it up. Yeah, it is very effective, Sandra, like an old tree. That's the exact look that I want. So I'm just picking out those areas where it looks to me like there would be these layers right here. And then I'm going to take my finger and smush everything. And blend it. Maybe add a little dark in here, like this is a pit, a hole, which it is actually. And I think we're looking pretty good. Zoom out. Voila. Anybody have any questions at all? Guys, don't, please. Please, please, please. This is why I go live. Okay, Sherry, we'll see. Now is not the time to be shy, guys. If you have any questions, ask. Okay. So I'm going to go back in now and play with now the trees in the background. Da-dum. So we've made this tree very bold right here. And remember earlier, if you watched earlier sessions of live, which now are on video in the group, I added the lines to the trees. Zoom in, zoom in. I drew in the lines to the trees, took 2 seconds, took a pen, put a line on there. Da-dum, da-dum. Zoom in. So now I'm going in here and I'm tinting my trees. I have a little leaf I missed. Haha. Amazing what you see when you do things like that. Let's get this guy colored in. Okay, so see how I'm just going ahead? And also notice that the original tint of these it's my lightest color of the ones that I'm going to use. Now, I drew in a couple of knots, knots. You know, I make that joke. Yes, say knots. Oh, let's see how this. And remember that these images didn't go off to the side of the page, and I drew those in. Took 2 seconds. There we go. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. Whew. Okay. Zoom out. So now I've got all my trees staked. Thank you, Sandra. Julie. Whew. Now, sometimes what I like to do, if you don't want to use a blender pencil, is sometimes I'll come in with a lighter color, like a flesh color, for example, and I'll go ahead and use that to blend in the brown. So I'm not using the blender pencil, which can be a little harsh sometimes, but I'm putting wax on wax. Zoom in. Zoom in. So now I'm going ahead and I'm smoothing out this puppy because I've got all sorts of popcorny effect. And popcorn effect means that the pigment hasn't gone into the ridges of the paper for whatever reason, and it leaves little gaps of white. And you want to get rid of those little gaps. Okay, Rhonda, let me see if I can fix that. Hold on. Okay, is that better, guys? Let me know how it's sounding now. Is that clearer? Somebody let me know. I've made a change. Much better. Okay. Yeah, guys, do me a favor. If that happens, please, please, please let me know as soon as possible. You're welcome, guys. Okay, Rhonda says it's gone again. Anybody else still having problems? Zoom out. Okay, how are things now? All right. have any control on the focus issue, guys. Guys, is pop out and pop back in. I had trouble getting online tonight. I had to do it twice. And then I had to end the broadcast and come back in again while you guys were here. I'm noticing a little bit of a lag. Zoom out. Okay, so I've gone ahead here and I've penciled in, no pun intended, my background. And what I'm going to do now is I'll start with this tree here. Zoom in. Zoom in. Is I've got what would be now my light color, okay? And now I'm going to go with a medium brown. And this is where I'm going to start highlighting my little cracks and crevices in the tree. Now, there's a method to my madness, and I just need you guys to be patient for. So this is where I'm going over my lines that I drew, and the artist, well, the artist didn't put any lines in the tree, I did that. Okay, Melba. Good to see ya. And then I'm going to take my third color now, which is my darkest color. And this is where I'm going to start outlining my tree. and we're going to give you that shading. And this is my dark gray. Zoom in. And you can see that by outlining that edge and then bringing it, that's giving me a lot of depth and dimension on this tree. All right, now, now, where you've got your trees here in the crotch of the tree, that's where you want to go ahead and darken. On your edges, okay? Blending that in so that you don't have any streaks. Zoom out. Okay. Hey, Lila. And then this is where you're going to take your darker color, knots, zoom in, and notice how I'm outlining now some of these edges. All right. And then this is where you can go ahead and take a lighter tan pencil color instead of your white and instead of your color blender pencil and go over the entire thing now to give that smooth look. Zoom out. And Lila, just because you didn't have any problems in Canada doesn't mean that we don't have problems with it here in the States. It's regional. Zoom out. Okay. Zoom out. All right, so here's what I want you to notice, guys. This tree here is your main focus. Then we've got a tree that's back here, behind this large tree. And now we've got some other trees here in the background. So what I'm doing is Lila, it's just regional. It just depends where there's issues. I was having issues with Facebook earlier. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my dark brown, zoom in, and I'm going to darken these. So here's the coloring thought, guys. Excuse my nose. And the thought process behind this is trees in the forefront are going to be lighter. You don't have to do this if you don't want. If you don't want to mess with it. But it's not hard to do. And it makes for a nice effect. Zoom out. So we've got a little tree, we've got a medium right here, and then we've got dark background. So keep that in mind when you're coloring and play with that. That little extra touch. Does anybody have any questions about that? And varying the colors of your trees, guys, like this. Like I said, it's just a little extra touch. And it is very, very straightforward to do this. Now, what will help you in doing this is when you go to tint your trees, when you're starting out your coloring, is tint your trees your lightest, and then tint your trees in the background your darkest. And that'll give you a really neat color guide. All right. Anybody have any questions about what I'm mentioning here? Now, when you color your trees behind this main tree, you don't really have to go into a... Now, you want to shade, but you don't need to do it as elaborately as you did your front tree. Why? Because you want the focus to be on your front tree. So don't blow off your back trees. You know, I'm gonna shade them and, you know, do my little detail work. Okay. Zoom in. On these two little back trees here. Is I'm going to go ahead and use my Sharpie marker, and I'm actually going to basically go over, make them black. There we go. Boom, done. Ooh, I missed a segment. Zoom out. Okay, so does everybody see now how this is coming out? Again, just working this out and are relatively beginners in coloring. You see your light and your dark and work from there. Okay, so I'm going to clean this up. All right, so let's putter around with these last few trees, and then now, guys, don't get fussy with your trees when you color them. I go a little, you know, I go slower. I talk a lot about it because why? But once you get rolling with this and you've done it, it goes very quickly. Does not take long at all. And I'm just going to add a little bit of black to my middle tree here. Oop. You still want that dimension, but be as detailed as we were with the front tree, right? Okay, zoom in. Zoom out. We are in very good shape here. All right. Other than the broadcast being difficult tonight. Ah. All right, let me grab a little water. So now I'm going to pop over to these bushes over. You've got to watch with your colors. We've got our trees and we've got our bushes here. And in the background, let me color in a couple things here. Is we've got trees. I'm going to my little bush squigglies. You don't have to be an artist to do this. Don't hesitate to do something like this, guys. Makes it tons better. Zoom out. Zoom out. Where we are so far. Okay, guys. I am back. Lots and lots of broadcasting problems tonight on Facebook, but we'll get through them. Okay. This too shall pass. Yay! Okay. Pushing through. Okay, so as I was saying, zoom in. I'm going ahead and I am inking in a little bit of the tree in the background to finish up what the author didn't put in. And you guys know that one of my overriding comments on stuff is don't hesitate to finish stuff up that the author didn't put in. Okay. Let me pull out now. I've gone ahead and completed the bushes down here to get these rocks cleared up. I completed the trees up here. Zoom in. Behind me. Okay, pushing through. And you can see beautifully it's coming. It just takes just a little attention to detail, guys, and I walk you through everything. Oh my gosh, Christine. All right, Sam. All right, so I've got a couple of rocks here. I'm going to go ahead and get those little puppies in just so that I can define this. Very straight rice. Okay, so I've got my... Yeah, I was booted out again. No problems. Glad you're back, Christine. Okay, so like, and we've got that. Yeah, I know. I was booted, Rhonda. Coming back. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get these done. Christine, try turning your volume up. So remember these little Rhonda, is that enough for you? Let me know. Okay, base color with my green. Yeah, I can't help that, Christine. I'm sorry. Something is going on with the feed. I have absolutely no control over. Hey, Rhonda, by the way, glad to hear your Amazon issues clear. Did you figure out, Rhonda, what causing the problem? Okay, and now I'm going to come back in with a little bit darker green. Okay, let me know, Rhonda. If anybody is having any issues seeing, you gotta let me know. If you're having issues hearing, let me know. Okay, so here's my medium green, my trees. And this is my third green. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 3. Okay?
I didn't get that. Could you try it?
No. Okay. With the wrong color. So I actually the hair color. I'm going ahead and erasing that. And now I'm going to come back in and do my and I missed coloring the tree behind her back. So I'm just going to go ahead and add that color back in. Okay. Rhonda, can you hear me any better? So Rhonda, I was saying that I'm so glad you got your Amazon issue fixed and that you were able to get your Krylon. When is your Krylon due in? Okay, good. You know, I really gotta wonder whether, there's a lot of hacking going on lately. And I really have to wonder if some of that isn't what's causing communication issues. And you're going to love that sharpener. I'll tell you, Rhonda, it's going to be like night and day now in your coloring abilities when you start using your blender pencils. You have a decent sharpener, and then your erasers. Yeah, there was definitely something wrong with them. All right, you're the only one. Okay. So I'm going ahead and coloring my bush here. And I'm going to color these little spiky things. Hi, Mary. Okie dokie. So on these type of leaves right here, these little spiky guys, I tend to go with a very light color just because. And then I like to shade them in like this from the bottom. I need to go a darker color, darker green. And then I'm going to take a darker green yet. Hold on, guys. Okay, and then I'm taking this really dark green, and at the very base here, I'm shading that in. So that looks pretty cool. And then we'll go ahead and do our little smudge here. Wanda, always glad to see you when you pop in. Okay. Let me pull out. There we go on the bush. Or on the spiky plant, excuse me. It's the bush here. Welcome back, Jean. Sweetie, you don't need to say anything. Just relax and enjoy. Popping back in again. Yeah, just gonna watch. Love you, Jean. Sometimes, you know, guys, if you don't feel like talking, that's fine. Just enjoy, just chill out and enjoy what's going on. Oh, Jean, thank you. Just chill, sweetie. And of course, say hi to Marilyn for me. Okay, now I'm not exactly sure what the author had in mind with these bushes. What Selina did on her earlier coloring book releases is she had paintings, and what she would do is she would use her computer and basically outline her images and then release them as coloring books. So I'm not exactly sure on this bush if these little things here are meant to be flowers. I don't know. They're not very consistent. So maybe what I'm just going to do is just color them in as darker patches. And then smooth that out. Now, again, guys, I don't want you to get frustrated. Well, Jean, I have an idea. I do. And I'm so glad I've been here for you. Love you, sweetie. My pleasure, really. That's what this group is all about, sweetie. And I just want you to sit back and relax and enjoy tonight. This group is a place where we can all let our hair hang down and relax and enjoy each other's company. No drama. And you've got people in here that care about you. Look at the message Wanda just sent you. And Jean, I want to thank you and Marilyn for the books that you've sent to our group. Love it. And to anybody else out there that's listening, just relax and enjoy. You're welcome, Jean. And And if you guys coming in here can get a laugh or two out of it, that's wonderful too. You know me, I can get pretty wonky sometimes. Okay, not bad. Oh, I may sneeze again. Hold on. Here it comes. Hold on. Whee! Okie dokie. Look how beautiful this is coming, guys. Ooh, I forgot half my bush. Broke my point. Oh, thank you, Jean. Listen, you guys, being members of this group, have brought me pleasure as well. And I so enjoy your company. And I really enjoy making a difference in your lives for you, as you have made in mine. So don't think that this is a one-sided interaction. Where else can I deal with drunken gnomes? Right? Okay. So I'm taking a very light color. I'm actually taking a skin tone color pencil, and I'm blending over this bush. You do realize, Wanda, now every time that I see that particular book, that Gnomes in the Neighborhood, I think of you, right? That was so funny. It really was. And then when I did the Kirby Roseanne's book and we had some more names, and then I went ahead and bloody axe. All right, now notice how I'm arcing my pencil, guys. See that? Wanda, you've been such an asset to this group. Love ya. I care about you too. You've gone through a lot. Okie dokie. You knew the bloody axe would come up. I don't know. I'm kind of proud of it. You know what I mean? I should be Jeff. Well, Wanda, I'm just so glad we've been here for you. Okay, everybody see where we are so far on this? Yeah, I know. I've been having problems all night with broadcast. Okay. Now, the trick to this, guys, is we've got in here. You want to be a little bit different? Is this the real fountain of youth? Maybe. That's a good question. Ah! Broke my pencil. Okay. And then I'm going to blend with my finger, right? And then pull out. Look at that, guys. Thumbs up. La-da-da-dum. All right, so I blended that green grass with, actually, I used a so I hope you heard me say that. Sound issues and broadcast issues. I'm going to take my white to my coyote. Thank you, Wanda. I really enjoyed doing that tree. Right. This is a wolf. Right. 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 So Jean is saying she would make the wolf gray and white. Okay. There is a method to. Okay. Now I've got to let that dry. And this will make sense, guys. It really will. But wait, there's more. And again, guys, this is my Arteza White. Okay, a bit more. Kind of interesting watching the pier. Because, Jean, I'm going to be coloring in the fur. And that's the technique that I want to teach you guys. All right, now I have to let this dry. All right. Of the wolf. Okay. And that'll have to be tomorrow night because this has got to dry. Okie dokie. You guys know me by now. What do I always say? But wait, there's more. Okay, now a couple of the curls have disappeared. So, So I'm going to go ahead and get those back. And let me go ahead and so I'm going to go ahead and do her headband. And I'm going to go ahead and do that in gold, which means we need to go with our yellow. And then we'll go back with the gold. Now, let's go ahead and play on that theme of the gold. Very line here on the clothing. It can be, take your time. Turn your pencil, turn, turn, turn. And with the brown. All right. And then we'll go back with a little bit of gold. Pop a little more brown on that. Have at it. Okay, now I've got a little bit of my red marker on her doohickeys here. So I'm going to take my X-Acto knife Nope, not a plan. Let me see something. We've got red marker alcohol, and that's going to go that went all the way through. So let's go ahead and take a fine point pen, and this will make sense in a moment. Rhonda, I'll get in. And what I'm going to do and I'm making this like a little chain. See how cool that looks, guys? There you go. And we've already got the circles coming down these little. Now, what comes to mind, actually, so bear with me, because I have. Okay. So on here, and I hope you're dealing with all the stupid problems with. Oh, all right. Come in. Can you see these little pieces here? These are little ends for nail art. I'm going to go ahead and add them on the chain. And for those of you still with me, So these are both of those jeans that I'm adding. And I'm thinking that they're looking pretty cool. Can you guys see those? Pretty nifty. If you can, let me know if you can see this. I've had broadcasting problems all night, so I don't know if you can see this. Give me a thumbs up or a heart or something like that. Thank you, Wanda. And I hope you can see the shape of these. See, it's a like an eye shape, an oval. And it's very, very shiny. And I thought that that would look cool and be a really nice addition to this. Let me put one on the wolf here. There we go. See that? So maybe another night when we don't have so many broadcast problems. But I'll tell you what, this is really kicking it with this dress. And I think that you can see how that's really going to bling that up. When I have all of them on here. Let me see if I can, oh, there we go. Oh, there you go. See, I'm deliberately shining my light on them. So you can flash them. And that's really, really neat. Wanda, what do you think? Isn't that cool? And Wanda, actually, I could see you something like this on some of your, yeah, grayscale fairies that you like to do? All right, let me move the light. They are gold. They're a little reddish gold. It's this batch right here. See, there's gold. This is gold. Almost kind of like a coppery color. Isn't that neat? The light's just shining on it funny right now. I'm doing that so you can see. Now, I'm not going to do that third row on camera, and actually I'll be having all these. Oh man. And hopefully you can, there you go. See it? So there's with the light on, so you can see the reflection. And there's with the light at an angle, you can see it on paper. So this is perfect, actually. And then I'll do something with the little hanging things here. So I thought you guys would get a kick out of that. Fun. Okay. Let me pull out. And you can see where I'm on this entire. Bottom cord metallic gold. Are you talking about here? I'm gonna I'll do it. I'll do all three. I just didn't want to, waste your time. So I'm thinking that's looking pretty cool. With them. So yeah. So there's the two, and then I'll be doing this bottom one. So I'm just putting the light on so that it lights up and you can see what it's. Oh, you're thinking a gold glitter pen or a metallic pen? Ooh, I think this would be a much brighter. I'll think about that. All right, guys. I'm going to call it an evening. I hope you got some ideas out of this. I hope you watch me. And again, this is Selina Fenech's. It's called Enchanted. It's an older book, but oh my gosh, it's still a good. Okay, guys, this is ILene Vick for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. I have two of the stones with the gold backs. Really good with it. Yeah, I'll play with it. Okay, guys, love ya. I'm so glad you could make it tonight. Jean, I'm so glad you were here. Sherry, so problematic. One never knows. All right, guys. Love ya. Joyous, joyous, joyous coloring, guys. Have a great rest of the evening. You. Okay, guys. Have a good rest of the evening. Bye.